Hey, hello. Good day, Miss Jessa. This is a demonstration on how to do reliability testing using the output I asked you as an assignment through the MS Teams. This is part of the final demonstration lectures that I'll be forwarding you for this summer term. Okay, so allow me to share my screen, and then there you go. I have already downloaded your submission. Your submission was like this. You chose emotional intelligence survey. This is something that you um, used for the pilot testing. And if you could see here, these are the data that you have. You have around 20 participants, respondents for this pilot testing. And these are the following um, responses. For self-awareness, there will be 10 questions. For empathy, also 10. Another 10 for this is self-regulation. Okay. So we would want to know if there is internal consistency of the 10 questions. Would they really measure self-awareness, or would they be in the same direction, pointing out a particular level of self-awareness? Or will there be questions that should not be included here? It's because they are inconsistent with the group of questions. Okay. So what we would be doing first is just try to delete this one. These are not needed anymore. Okay. And then let's try to compute first. Well, not really compute. Let's try to cleanse this one. Okay. You have a space for self-awareness. You have also a space for blank. Let's try to delete this first. Okay. Since for reliability testing purposes, we don't really need to compute for the mean for each particular variable or indicator. Okay. Okay. So now we have a ready file. I'll try to save this first. Okay. And I'll be opening the Jamovi software. We will try now to migrate, transfer the dataset file to the Jamovi so that we could treat it for reliability testing. Okay, so what I would be doing is click here and then open, and then let's browse for its location of the file. It's in here, it's in the downloads file. Okay, now it's being transferred here. It's the same data set that I showed you earlier. Okay, the next step that we would be doing is to look for the most appropriate tools in for our purpose, and our purpose is for reliability testing. For reliability testing, you just need to click factor. You could see here reliability analysis. This would give us Cronbach's alpha data or values that would tell us which items needs to be deleted, or would there be no items that needs to be deleted. These are also different forms of reliability analysis of a different level and of a different model of test development being used. Since the assumption is that we are using a reflective construct in the development of the test, we will be using reliability analysis utilizing Cronbach's alpha. Okay, so you just try to click this one, reliability analysis, click, okay, and then all you need to do is to transfer all the questions under one indicator or subvariable. Our first is self-awareness. We'll click here from A1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll transfer it here. Just click this one so that all the statements will be transferred here. If you could see here, we already have the reliability analysis results. The magic number is 0.7. Okay. Now, based on this, it's 0.626. Since it's 0.626, we have a problem with our question. Now, things that needs to be considered here are there questions in your instrument that should be reverse scored, especially if you would be using standardized tests. Normally, standardized tests would have certain number of items that are expected to be responded negatively or in an opposite direction from all the rest of the statements. And we label them as negatively stated questions. And for these questions, all you need to do is to reverse score them. If you could see here, there's a note. Items A7 and A8 correlate negatively with the total scale, probably should be reversed. Now, assuming that these things needs to be or does not need to be reversed, with the data that we have, with the value that we have, 0.626, we did not really meet the ideal value. Therefore, the 10 questions fail in the reliability testing. But it does not mean that we need to throw everything and all. All you need to do is you click here, Cronbach's alpha if item is dropped so that we would know which items we need to drop. Click here and then look at the values in here that indicates that if we delete that value, the Cronbach's alpha would now be higher than 0.7. Okay, say for example, it says that if we delete the first item in the set of questions, our Cronbach's alpha for the entire set would become 0.562. Then definitely it's not a good idea to delete this one. Now let's try to look at values that would be higher than 0.70 if we should delete that particular item. Browsing on this, we could see that if we delete A8, that particular item only, okay, if we delete this one, the entire reliability estimates would now become 0.759, this one. Therefore, we would already satisfy the requirements for reliability analysis. We could say that if we will delete A8, the 9 questions remaining for self-awareness are already highly reliable. All those questions, okay? Including, I think, this one, A7, if we'll try to delete A7, it would just improve a bit, but not enough. But if A8 alone would be deleted, then it's enough already. Okay, assuming once again that there are no reverse scored items in here. But if there would be reverse scored items, okay, you try to click here, reverse scaled items, and then you try to transfer questions that were designed to be reverse scored. A7 and A8, that's the assumption. If we'll reverse score those items, this one, the entire reliability statistics of all the questions pertaining to self-awareness would now satisfy the requirement since it's beyond 0.70, if you could see it. And all now are consistent with 0.7 above. Okay, so that's it. Now, the next would be, let's try to proceed. How about all the items under B? Okay, I'm not sure if this is self-acceptance or empathy. Okay, I think this is empathy. Now let's try to uh, reset this one. Okay. Let's try to click again factor, reliability analysis, this one, click this one, and then try to transfer all the items for the second group of statements measuring a different subvariable. Either this is self-acceptance or empathy. Transfer this one here through clicking this after highlighting all the items needed. And then we could see here a reliability analysis score of 0.752. Therefore, there's no need for us to look into the Cronbach's alpha if item is dropped. Why? Because it already satisfied our reliability requirement. So we could say items B1 until B10 are consistent with each other insofar as all of them point to the same direction of measuring the particular construct of either empathy or self acceptance. Now, let's proceed to another one, the final set of questions. Click reliability analysis. Let's proceed with C1, 2, 3. I think I was able to delete. I mistakenly deleted the item C1. Let's just click this way. Okay. The result is 0.779. Therefore, with the 9 questions that we have remaining, since I deleted the first item, all the items pertaining to that particular subvariable of either empathy again and self-acceptance, I could not recall, point out to the same direction. Therefore, there is no need for us to revise, no need for us to delete any item because overall, it has a good reliability value. Okay, so that's how you try to compute for the reliability estimates of a questionnaire that you will be developing. The magic number is 0.70. Never forget that one. If in case the value, the singular value, this one is lower than zero point 0.7, then you click this one, Cronbach's alpha, if item is dropped, and you look for items in there wherein if you would be deleting those items or dropping those items from the group of item questions, then what would happen is the value would now be 0.70. Then all you have to do is accomplish that one, implement that one, so that now you would have your final draft of the questionnaire that satisfies already our reliability requirement. Okay. So there you go. I would have to stop my recording right now. I just hope this helped. You try to review and you try also to simulate if you have the same computation on your own. Since I have already forwarded to you a copy of the installer of Jamovi, all you need to do is to attempt on doing it on your own and then try to compare the results whether we have the same results or not. You may actually try to explore the software. It does not really damage your computer, but just be careful. Okay, so that would be it. Good day once again.